Welcome back to Reflections with Emrys. Let's take a moment to see what each symbol has to offer today. Today's symbols are the stag, the rune Thurisaz, and the Ailm, also known as the pine. The stag is a symbol of nobility, leadership, and spiritual strength. He is often seen as the guardian of the forest, standing tall and alert, a figure of quiet authority. The stag does not rush or panic. He moves with purpose, with dignity, and with a deep connection to the land around him. In many traditions, the stag represents the higher self, the part of us that seeks growth, wisdom, and clarity. His antlers, which shed and regrow each year, are a symbol of renewal and continual becoming. They remind us that strength is not static. It evolves, cycles, and returns in new forms. In life, the stag often appears when we are being called to stand taller, to take responsibility, or to lead with integrity. It may be a time when others look to you for guidance, or when you are asked to rise above smaller concerns and act from a place of calm strength. The stag reminds us that true leadership is not loud or forceful. It is steady, grounded, and rooted in self-respect. His reflection is this: stand tall in who you are, and let your presence speak before your words. Thurisaz is a rune of force, challenge, and protective power. It is often associated with the energy of the thunder god, representing both destruction and defense. Thurisaz carries the energy of a hammer strike, sudden, powerful, and impossible to ignore. It is the force that breaks through obstacles, but also the shield that protects what is sacred. This rune speaks of moments when life presents a challenge that cannot be avoided. It may be a conflict, a boundary that must be set, or a truth that needs to be faced. Thurisaz does not represent chaos for its own sake. Instead, it represents the necessary disruption that clears the way for something stronger. In everyday life, this rune may appear when you are being asked to stand your ground or confront something directly. It can signal a time when gentle approaches are no longer enough and a firmer stance is required. But even in its intensity, Thurisaz carries a protective quality. It reminds us that strength is not only about striking, it is also about guarding what matters. Its reflection is this: use your strength wisely, and let it protect what is true and important in your life. Ailm, the pine, is a symbol of endurance, clarity, and upward growth. The pine is a tree that reaches toward the sky, often growing in high or difficult places. It remains green through the winter, holding its color even in harsh conditions. Because of this, it has long been associated with resilience, purification, and spiritual elevation. Ailm represents the kind of growth that comes from perseverance. It is not fast or flashy. It is steady, patient, and directed upward. The pine teaches us about endurance, the quiet strength that allows us to remain standing through difficult seasons. In life, Ailm may appear when you are being called to stay the course. It can represent a time when patience and consistency are more important than quick results. It may also signal a period of spiritual or emotional clarity, where you begin to see your path more clearly. Its reflection is this: steady growth, guided by clarity, will carry you higher than sudden bursts of effort. When we look at these three symbols together, the stag, Thurisaz, and Ailm, a powerful and grounded message begins to form. The stag brings dignity, leadership, and quiet authority. Thurisaz brings strength, protection, and the courage to face challenges. Ailm brings endurance, clarity, and steady upward growth. Together, they suggest a moment when strength must be used with purpose and direction. There is a sense of standing tall in the face of difficulty, not with aggression, but with calm, steady power. The stag reminds you of your inner authority. Thurisaz reminds you that sometimes strength must be expressed. And Ailm reminds you that true growth comes from endurance and clarity. This combination carries the mood of quiet determination. It is the feeling of standing on a high ridge, aware of the winds around you, but rooted firmly in the ground beneath your feet. There may be challenges ahead, but there is also the strength to meet them and the clarity to move forward. You are not being asked to force your way through life. You are being asked to stand tall, protect what matters, and grow steadily toward what calls you. Today's reflection is this: true strength is calm, steady, and guided by purpose. Thank you for joining me. I'll meet you in the next reflection.